Hi guys, how are you doing? I'm sitting in my favorite spot ready to talk to you about the recipes that I'm going to bring for you today. But first I want to mention Reem Rice. This is the white flour by Reem Rice and this is the brown flour by Reem Rice, and these are the two ingredients I'm going to be using in today's recipe. So Reem Rice flour is made from premium quality Reem steamed rice, and they've been around for a long time. They are best used for gravies, for thickening gravies, for baking, for making batters, pakoras, pancakes, and so many more things. Now, the two recipes I'm going to make today are one kaddu ke pakode, desi style, and the other one is going to be an amazing Korean fried chicken, where I'm going to be using this white rice flour for the batter as well as thickening the dip. So I hope you stay tuned for that. And by the way, I have used this rice flour as a face mask as well, so just wanted to share that with you. Make sure to pick this up in your next Ramzan shopping, because this is a gift for Ramzan from Reem Rice, and I assure you, you will love the recipes that I'm about to post. And I'm all ready to make the kaddu ke pakode with the white rice flour. I have all these ingredients lying in front of me, and I shall be introducing them to you right now. For a desi pakora, I have used a kaddu, which is easily available to every one of you in the market, and these are the ingredients. I'm going to be starting off obviously with the rice flour, and I've used 1 cup of that, and I'm going to be using ice cold water. There's going to be some kalonji, some salt, red chili powder, turmeric powder, and here guys, take a look at the recipe book that I found inside Reem flour. So I'm going to go through that right now and maybe make something very soon. So let's get started. So in this rice flour, I want you to add at least 1 teaspoon of salt, as much red chili as you require. I'm just going to use half a teaspoon of red chili powder and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. I'm also just going to take a pinch of kalonji, because I don't want it to be too bitter. Mix this with a little bit of cold water. Adding the water. And don't worry guys, if the water is too much, you can add some more rice flour, and if it's too little, we'll add more water. Now rice flour thickens as you add water to it. Initially you think that there's too little water, but then it just gets thicker, so you can use as little rice flour as possible. It goes a long way. Mix this well. Okay, so the final quantities were about 1.5 cup of Reem rice flour and 2 cups of water. Now this works for me, and if I leave it in there for a little while, it thickens. You have to see how thick you want your pakoras to be, but in my opinion, for all these years that I've made pakora, the batter should not be too thick. I'm going to be adding the kaddu to this. Time to get your hands in the pakora mix. I like to fry pakoras in a heavy base pot. You can use a kadai or a pork frying pan, whatever suits you. Rice flour is a very versatile ingredient. It is a very commonly used ingredient in the Far East. They use it for pancakes, for binding, for stuff like this as well, and it's used in gravies. The next recipe is going to show you how. So let's just mix this really well, and let's try and fry one piece and see. Make sure the oil is hot. Don't overcrowd the pot. Flip it around. It's almost ready. And now it's time to take it out. Make sure the oil falls through, and then place it on a napkin like this. Okay, so these pakoras are ready, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle some homemade chaat masala and some sea salt. You can use any salt you like. Now this is a very crunchy pakora, and the rice flour is such an amazing ingredient to use in pakoras to keep them crunchy and crispy. And this Ramzan, you guys are going to try this, and I know you will write to me and tell me that you loved this pakora recipe. All prepped up for recipe number 2. I'm very excited about this. This is a very simple Korean fried chicken pops. Now all these ingredients are available to you, and the best ingredient that I'm going to use today to make these into a very crunchy double fried Korean chicken pops is the rice flour. That's about 400 grams of chicken cubed, and I'm just going to dredge it a little bit with this rice flour, coat it. And then I'm going to take a pinch of salt, and I'm going to add some crackled black pepper to this and mix it. And now it's time to make the batter. There's about half a cup of Reem Rice Flour in that. I'm going to be adding quarter cup of regular flour, a pinch of salt, maybe half a teaspoon, some crackled black pepper. Mix this well, and let's add about half a cup of water and work our way up. I think we might need a quarter cup more, so in total I think I will be adding 3/4 of a cup of water in this. Yeah, the batter and the chicken is ready, and I just want to show you what I put in the sauce. 5 tablespoons of soya sauce, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. And now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon each of sesame seeds and sugar, and 1 teaspoon of white pepper, 1 tablespoon each of roughly chopped up garlic and ginger, and that's 2 green chilies and 2 bird's eye chilies chopped. Add that to the mix. I'm going to add this lemon a little later. So what I'm going to do is put this up for a boil. Put that up for boiling and let it simmer for a minute or two, and also put up a pot of oil to fry the chicken pops. And that's simmered for a bit. I'm just going to add a little bit of water. Let it boil for a little bit more. This is going to help the ginger and garlic to release its flavors a little. So let this come to a boil, and then after that I'm going to be adding the rice flour slurry into this to show you how to thicken a sauce. Now it's time to put this chicken into this batter. Give it a good mix. Coat it well. All of it. And when the oil is really hot, you're going to take each piece and fry it. And give it a lot of space. It doesn't matter if you have to fry this in batches. Sorry, the camera panned out. It's not easy doing this, folks, making a video as well as deep frying, because this is such a technical procedure. I flip the side, and I don't want to fry it too much because this is the first time I'm frying it. It's going to be fried twice. All of the chicken pieces are fried. I'm going to let it rest for 2 minutes, and in the meantime I'm going to show you how to thicken this dip. I'm just going to take 1 teaspoon of the rice flour, add some cold water and mix it well, and then add this into the sauce. It's going to thicken it and give it a very nice glossy finish. Here's the fire. That's thickened nicely. I've lowered the fire. I'm just going to add a handful of sliced spring onions and some coriander. Mix this, turn off the fire, and this dipping sauce is ready. It's a really good sauce, guys. You can use it in any stir fry. Just make sure that when you thicken it with Reem Rice Flour. Okay, so I'm ready to refry these. These are really nice and tender right now, but they're going to be so crispy. You will love it. Remember, guys, don't fry them all together. 2 batches is fine. That brings down the temperature of the oil if you put in too many chicken pieces. Now this is looking so lovely and good. I'm going to be taking it out right now. I want you to drain all the oil, and then take a strainer on top of a bowl like that and let the oil drop into that. And after that we shall be putting it over a kitchen towel napkin to absorb whatever oil there is. The second batch is done and it is time to plate this. I just wanted to show you the amount of oil we've dropped into that bowl. So see guys, this is a great idea. I want you to try this out. And my dear friends, it is time to plate this. I have put the kaddu pakoras on the side, the dip in the center, and I am now going to place these pakoras and plate it and show you. I want you guys to make this recipe almost immediately. The rice flour in this recipe is just the most amazing thing, and trust me when I say that, actually when you make it you'll find out yourself. It really helps the pakoras to become nice and crisp. Remember when you've always complained about soggy pakoras? Well, that's not going to be the case anymore. I'm so excited about the pakoras today. Iftari is going to be great. Thank you Reem Rice Flour. This is an amazing ingredient to make pakoras, thicken gravies, and so on and so forth. I want you guys to check out their page because when you make this, you will need this ingredient.